Hey guys, GSP on GSP Talk Sports here, and we're talking football review round 26. So this actually went down Tuesday 10th, Wednesday 11th, and Thursday 12th. So a little bit late on these, but here goes regardless. In the EPL on the Tuesday 10th, we had Chelsea versus Leeds, Chelsea in 5th versus Leeds in 16th. And I predicted a Chelsea win, got this one wrong. It was a 2-2 draw. So a 2-2 draw there, Chelsea and Leeds. Chelsea were actually in cruise control, but a leading 2-0, and Leeds fought back with only their 2 shots on target to get the draw. Leeds with 4 shots, 2 on target. Chelsea with 66% possession, 19 shots, 4 on target. So, Alex, pressure for your team there, boy. So Chelsea trying to hold on. They held on for 5th at the moment. Leeds, they moved from 16th to 15th. So kind of finding their way into safety. Chelsea next play Burnley, and Leeds next play at Villa. And moving on, we had Everton in 8th place versus Bournemouth in 13th. And I predicted a draw, got this one wrong. It was a 2-1 Bournemouth win. Everton with 53% possession, 16 shots, 6 on target. Bournemouth with 11 shots, 4 on target. And Everton actually led 1-0, and they also hit the post, but Bournemouth came from behind with 2 second-half goals to win this one 2-1. So well done by Bournemouth here over Everton in this mid-table clash. And Everton next host Man U. They remain 8th place, by the way. And Bournemouth next play at West Ham. That should be a cracker. West Ham trying to fight off relegation. Bournemouth moved from 13th to 9th. So a big movement there with Bournemouth for that 2-1 win. Then we had Spurs versus Newcastle. Spurs in 16th versus Newcastle in 12th. Newcastle, I predicted a Newcastle win. Got this one correct. It was a 2-1 Newcastle win. Newcastle with only 47% possession, 21 shots, 5 on target. Spurs with 16 shots, 2 on target. And Spurs remain 16th. Newcastle moved from 12th to 10th. So big movement there for Newcastle. And this one led to the letting go of Thomas Frank there. It was the last straw for Spurs there in 16th place. So yeah. So Spurs, they next host Arsenal. That should be a cracker there too. They will want to try to do their part to prevent Arsenal winning the title. And Newcastle next play at City. That should be interesting as well too. Continuing on Tuesday in the EPL, we had West Ham in 18th place versus Man U in 4th. And I predicted a West Ham win. Got it wrong. It was a 1-1 draw. And I was right up to the 96th minute. Man U needed a 96th minute equalizer. And they missed the chance of getting 5 wins in a row. So the guy with his long hair has to start all over, right? Man U, they had 65% possession, 9 shots, and 3 on target. West Ham, they had 7 shots, 3 on target as well. And just to touch on, West Ham are now 3 points behind Forest, so they're still in 18th, but they're 3 points behind Forest, so pretty close to getting out of the relegation there. We'll see. They have to keep fighting. West Ham next host Bournemouth. Whoa, that should be a big one. And Man U next play at Everton. Then moving on to the Wednesday matches, we had 3rd place Villa versus 14th place Brighton. And I predicted a Villa win. Got this one correct. 1-0 Villa win. Villa with 50% possession, 15 shots, only 1 on target, and they got the win there, right? So Villa kind of bouncing back from recent slump they were in. Brighton with 9 shots, 3 on target. So Villa 3 points off second, trying to keep pace in the title race. Is a 86-minute own goal, but they wouldn't mind. We know they had some trouble with injuries and so on recently. Villa next host Leeds, and Brighton next play at Brentford. So crucial 1-0 win there for Villa. And then we had Man City, 2nd place versus Fulham in 12th. And I predicted a City win. They got this one comfortably 3-0. 3 first half goals, by the way. City with 56% possession, 13 shots, 5 on target. Fulham with 14 shots, 3 on target. And Man City next host Newcastle, while Fulham next play at Sunderland. So big win there for City, keeping pace with Arsenal. If Arsenal people feel they were going to get this title easily, City like a wild dog chasing here. Liverpool fans would know about this. Continuing on the Wednesday, we had 17th place Forest versus 20th place Wolves. Forest trying to keep some distance between them and the relegation zone there. I predicted a draw, got this one correct. It was a 0-0 draw. Forest with 63% possession, 35 shots, 10 on target, and just couldn't score. And I guess you would know, Wolves, Jose Sa, goalkeeper, was the man of the match. So keeping them up. I mean, they're basically already relegated, but keeping them in this match. 7 shots for Wolves, 3 on target. Forest dominated, just wasteful, and couldn't get the job done. So they keeping the door open for West Ham. Forest next host Liverpool, yeah, and Wolves next play at Palace. And then we had Palace 13th place versus Burnley in 16th place. 19th place Burnley. I predicted a Palace win, got this wrong. It was actually a 3-2 Burnley win. So Palace troubles continues. Palace with 64% possession, 21 shots, and only 3 on target. Burnley with 8 shots, 3 on target, and they had 3 shots on target. They made the difference with. It ended up 3-2, but in the first half, Palace actually led. Actually, it was 3-2 in the first half. Palace led 2-0, and then Burnley roared back with goals in the 40th, 44th, and 47th minute. Well, at the time. So to come back, a comeback in the first half. Yeah, so could I leave this game at halftime, if anything. 3-2 Burnley. Whoa. So Burnley trying to keep their hopes alive there of not getting relegated. Palace next host Wolves. Big clash there. And Burnley next play at Chelsea. Big chance there for Burnley to try to cause an upset too. And then we had the Sunderland versus Liverpool. Sunderland in 11th place versus Liverpool in 6th, trying to climb back up. I predicted a Liverpool win. Thank God, you'll never walk alone. 1-0 Liverpool win. Sunderland with 11 shots, 2 on target. Liverpool, 57% possession, 23 shots, and only 3 on target. Hard fought win. It was a VVD, Virgil van Dijk header in the 61st minute. Wirtz hit the post. Salah had a good chance. He actually assisted with the header from a corner. So he's now level with Gerrard all-time assists for Liverpool. So crucial win there for Liverpool, trying to keep pace with the Champions League spots. They next play at Forest, and Sunderland next host Fulham. And then we had the Thursday match, which was Brentford in 7th place versus first place Arsenal. Arsenal and I predicted a draw, and I was correct, a 1-1 draw. Arsenal 59% possession, only 7 shots and 2 on target. And Brentford with 12 shots, 3 on target. So Arsenal will think it's a case of drop points here. And yeah, not doing so well. I think it's only three wins in 2026 for Arsenal out of 8. So they keeping the door open for City. Yeah, you'll hear in the next review how that's going. Remember, this one is rounded up round 26. And yeah, City basically 5 points behind with a game in hand, so it should be pretty close. Arsenal next play at Spurs. Yeah, Spurs. Let's see what they will do against Arsenal. And Brentford next play at Brighton. So let us know what you think in the comments for this round 26. And looking forward to round 27. Arsenal has already played in round 27. We'll see how that goes. And looking forward to the other matches. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. JSP on JSP Talk Sports.